So, let me go to your videos. Let me go to get shareable link and post it in Discord. Now streaming some FTL painting.
Have you watched Inside Job on Netflix?
What is Inside Job?
It's like this show where it's like all the world. It's like a government where it's like all the fucking conspiracy theories are right.
No, I have not.
Oh my fucking god, you would love it.
Did you get this show downloaded? No, tomorrow.
I will eventually. All right. Is it public? Can you click on the link? Andrew?
New phone, who dis?
Can you click on the Can you click on the live link?
Painting some little printed starships test.
It says test.
Yeah.
Can I fix that?
And it's very delayed, actually.
Well, it should be 30 seconds delayed.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I just heard myself.
Does the audio sound good?
Hold on.
All right.
A little bit of an echo, actually, too.
A little bit of an echo. How do we fix that? Content, live.
You moving stuff sounds good, yeah.
Levels.
Hold on, just let me talk for a good stretch, and you don't say anything, and then I will, just, like, listen to it, so I need you to be quiet for the next, like, 30 seconds to a minute, and then I will hear myself, and I'll figure this out.
Roger.
I think it's just my natural voice with the speaker and the echoing of the room. I think it's just gonna have to stick.
I mean, that's entirely possible. But
I mean, I mute the stream anyway, so that way I can keep track of you.
Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Is it big enough? Can I see this like
Halfling Hauntish.
on the channel?
Onion. Potatoes. Ooh.
Okay, I need to mute it.
Bacon.
Okay, so why does it look like the poopy?
That's what you are.
Alright. Welcome to the stream. Today we're going to take a look at some ships from One Page Rules. This is the Marauder fleet for their game FTO Warfleets. We're not going to be playing FTO Warfleets, but we are going to be painting them. So let's get going. I guess first things first is we kind of got to like decide colors and stuff like that. I'm definitely feeling a red for the Marauders. And probably a blue for the Empire fleet. We're also going to do some styling on the BW Reynolds ship that hasn't been released yet. And also, maybe we should get some corn going. I don't know. You know, actually, we're gonna do this ship first, and go from there. Got a little engine system. We used the pre-supported files for these, and they came out okay. Some of them failed, like the edge of this failed. This doesn't look super clean. These failed quite a bit. In fact, I've printed yesterday and today I've printed the Marauders, the Empire, and the Xenos, and all three of them have had one of the two fighter stands fail. So I think, I'm not sure if it's a factor of where it is on the build plate. We're using an Elegoo Saturn or what, but we'll figure it out. So first things first, I think we're going to try and throw some red on this and see how it looks. We are joined in Discord by Endercore. That's our game
Tried to
Discord.
interrupt 3 times.
What?
Yeah, no. Because I don't know if I remember this last time wrong, but is it just me, or did last time have a less of a buffer time?
I mean, we can adjust the buffer. Let's go,
Yeah, because it's just, for me, it's disorienting. Like, you talk about something and, like, I have to wait 30 minutes. Like,
let's see.
I have to, like, fucking... I don't know if buffer time, like, between us and the stream actually means anything.
Well, between you and me, it doesn't.
No, I mean, like, from me... Because the only reason I can see... Wait, are you streaming on Discord as well? Like, so I can...
No, I'm streaming on through OBS.
Okay. Yeah, so, like, it takes me a second to see what you're actually talking about. So, like, it's hard for me to keep up.
I wonder... Stream latency, is that what we're looking for?
Maybe.
No, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for stream delay.
Yeah.
And...
I wonder if that's just one of those unavoidable hardware things.
No.
No, that's an option?
I don't see it as an option, but I don't know how to change it either.
Oh, if you don't see it as an option, of course you don't know how to change it.
Well, yeah. We could end the stream and then try it again.
Nah. I'll just suffer.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Alright, so let's get painting. Let's get into the stated goal of this thing. I have to make sure that we're actually on cue. Okay, so I think we're gonna... Here
What's
we go.
that ship you had earlier?
Which one?
The bulky one with the large engine bay.
You mean this one?
Well, I'll find out in about 30 seconds. Once you put down your red paint.
Oh, I can see how that would be upsetting.
Yeah. That is a very striking red, though. That is very
It
nice.
is a really good red. It's a Citadel's Mephiston Red?
No, that is not the one with the large engine bay. The more militaristic one.
I mean, they're all
You
military.
had in the intro. The one, the blocky
This
one,
one?
not the round one.
The bigger version of this ship that I'm painting?
Maybe, I don't know. I saw it at the beginning. I only remember the engine, but it had like 6 engines.
Well, you'll see that in 30 seconds. That one that I just had on screen.
This is going to be a reoccurring joke, I think.
I think it is.
Well, I guess we'll know if it'll happen. Yes, that one in 30 seconds.
That's the main ship. So they have
That-
a light, medium, and heavy ship class. So this is the light, this is the medium, and this is the heavy. And these are the actual scale. If you print out the... when you buy the OnePageRules ships, they come with 2 different scales. One scale is in, I guess, normal... what's the called? Battlefleet Gothic scale. The old Games Workshop Warhammer Starship Combat miniatures game. Also a video game.
Tell me that big one right there, though, wouldn't look good in a nice giraffe green.
Well, I mean, are the giraffe? Would you do the? Of course, we're referring to the giraffe from the X-Force books. Do you sense that they're green guys?
Green, like different shades of beetles, you know, like
'Cause
they said that they're beetles. So like greens, you get blacks, you get browns.
well, they're beetle-like.
Yeah,
They're not
well,
actually beetles. Just like the
well,
Maxulks aren't actually cats.
Well, yes, but it was actually confirmed they were like. If, I remember at one point they said that yes, they evolved from a beetle-like creature.
They did.
They used to have the hard exoshell, but it's now a bit more leathery. Than
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
leathery skin that still looks like a shell.
Yeah, so it's just gotten a softer exoshell.
I'm kind of picturing like a soft shell crab, maybe.
Like a horseshoe crab, I'm thinking maybe.
Maybe.
Because horseshoe crabs come in different colors.
Yes, they do.
They go from like a greener to like a darker brown. So yeah, I think like green. And also then there's just crystalline green.
See, I like.
No, if anyone's going to be green, it has to be the little green MFers.
Well, what about? Wouldn't they be gray, like Roswell grays, kind of?
No, because they literally call them little green MFers. We are talking about the Thranin from the same series.
Yes. X-Force books, starting with Columbus Day, written by Craig Allenson.
Craig
Good
Allenson,
books.
we love you.
Craig
Bring us a
Allenson,
TV
we
show,
love you. Please produce more books.
Actually, I want to see Force ship. I'm wondering if I can find.
Like an artist depiction of what the ships look like.
Yes.
I found it, and they're kind of.
I just found one for
Boring.
the Flying Dutchman. And I like that. I like the Flying Dutchman. It's kind of
Space Trekish?
phallic.
Phallic.
Yeah.
Well,
It's got
I think
like the bulbous like decking where like the crew would stay.
I think you'll find a lot of starships kind of.
And a phallic, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like it has like the spine, which is very long. But in the Flying Dutchman one, it's only like 2 or 3 sections, and then they have the engineering.
Yeah.
So
It's a little too thin on that part. Gonna need to come back for another coat.
and then you just have the ships from like his actual books, you know, like from the covers.
Yeah.
Which I wish he would confirm which one's which, or if they're just like fucking drop ships. I haven't found any information on the starships.
Yeah.
What they look like.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one of them is Valkyrie. Like on Valkyrie, where it says Valkyrie, I'm pretty sure that one might be the same class as Valkyrie.
Yeah. So, does Valkyrie look like a normal Extinction class battle cruiser?
I feel like it's just a little bit modified. Like where they sliced it, I feel like it might be a little bit longer because it's made of like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So I feel like where the engineering is sliced is a little bit wonky, and then they have a bunch of shit that they added onto it from the Giraptha. Because didn't they add the Giraptha point defense systems?
Yeah, but that's not something you're gonna see.
I know, but that because they had like a rotary reload where it's just like, oh, one burnt out, literally just swap it in for a new one that minute.
Okay. I think we'll go with this. I think we might also do black in the recesses of the little thing here. I don't know. If that's the case, we probably should have done that first. But, it is what it is. Let's do some engine glow. Going to use some Citadel contrast achromatic blue.
Anyway, I should probably get to the point why I brought that up.
Yeah.
How would you feel if I was able to find someone who could 3D model those and print them for you?
Well, I mean, I'm not the kind of guy who... I don't normally buy other people's 3D printed stuff. I buy files all the time. But as far as...
you could 3D print it yourself. Like, what if I could find someone to do the files? Of, modeling the Flying Dutchman. How fucking cool would that be?
That would be awesome. There is... I think on...
Very striking red.
It is. Okay. Let's look at... 3D Warehouse. Well, we'll go Yegi first. And of course, you can't see any of this because I don't have screen share on, but... X-Force. There are models of Tyrannins, Skippy, Flying Dutchman, Challenge Coin.
Of course there's a Skippy. I'm probably going to ask you to do a Skippy.
Well, Skippy's easy. Skippy is super easy.
We got the Tyrannins, so far, I don't know if I'm on the same Yegi. All I get is a beer can, a coin, a beer can, and then 3 assholes.
Okay. On the bottom here. So, this is the normal stand, but we're actually going to glue on a little Armada stand keyhole right here. So it doesn't really matter what we do down here. I'm going to...
Last thing about X-Force, and I promise I'll be quiet about it.
No, you don't have to be quiet about it. I love the X-Force books.
Remember when they come out with the shirt, and it says, like, the whole crew is wearing shirts that is set, it's a picture of the power armor, and it's like, if you see me, diplomacy ain't working.
Yeah.
I own that shirt.
Do you really?
Yes.
Well, that is kind of thick. Kind of a thick black. It's okay, though.
And it fits very well.
We're not calling ourselves professional painters. We just do this for fun, so... That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So, on the topic of Skippy.
Yeah.
Skippy from Cyberpunk 2077, the gun.
I haven't played Cyberpunk 2077.
You think that is a direct reference to Skippy the Magnificent?
No, probably
or is
not.
I feel like it's more of a Clippy thing.
Clippy is in the Microsoft personal assistant?
Because he's not an asshole or claims to be the Magnificent. He's like, I see you want to shoot someone. Would you like puppy-loving pacifist mode or instant headshot mode?
Instant headshot mode.
Yeah, it's that type of stuff. I really think it's just Clippy. Because he's got, like, the hand on his hip and then, like, he's annoying. Oh, no. I also love how self-aware he makes Joe Bishop. Like, sometimes I like listen to audiobooks. The right author can make the story come alive.
Yes.
He's just like, don't even try to hide it. They're like, yes, we are going to talk about ourselves.
Well, I read on the wiki that like R.C. Bray actually is a character, like a named person in the world. Which is...
Hold the fuck up. R.C. Bray in Expeditionary Force.
Maybe he mentions him in Homefront. That or that search is not going to yield any useful results, man.
Shut up.
Okay, so we got this little bar in here, so we're just going to go like that.
I will find it. I will find it.
Oh, he looks happy. Da, 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 da.
Oh, he actually lives near me, apparently.
Don't dox him.
Huh?
Don't dox him.
It just says he lives in New England. New England isn't big. It's Maine, Connecticut, New York, and Rhode Island.
It's only got like a quarter of the population of the United States in it.
Why the fuck do you think the taxes are so fucking high?
Well, because what happens when you have a long-term government that doesn't fear recall.
I would also like to point out in the Bobiverse, there is a whole. Are you familiar with von Neumann probes?
I think so. I understand Bobiverse. The first book of Bobiverse is We Are Legend, right?
Oh my fuck! Yes. Okay, you've listened to it, right?
No, not yet. It's on my list.
Well, would you like a spoiler?
Sure.
As more Bobs, you know von Neumann probes, they repopulate, right?
Yeah.
So a faction of Bobs get called Skippies.
I like it.
And in the one I told you about earlier, Magnitude, when they're going through the subway, they're like, don't be a dick. Good basis for a religion. So they saw Skippy Has Your Money in the subway.
Hey, don't be a dick is a great basis for a religion, though.
It
All
is.
right, let's do some metallic Rune Fang Steel.
No, but I really like the idea of like these being, oh no, they're just the right shape for a blocky, dark green and gray military.
I think that's something that we can explore. Since I have two of each of these, except for the large ship, I can paint them however we choose to paint them. Okay, I'm going to grab a fine tip. Oh, that tastes like paint.
And you know that really light blue engine color you have?
Yeah, the Aethermatic blue.
If you pick up that large ship, or the medium ship, because they both have it,
Yeah.
you see that little, on the curve,
Yeah.
the indent?
Yeah.
Put some of that on there, you got a nice viewport.
Or,
Cockpit.
well, these are not these ships in my mind, and you can use them however you want them. These ships are not something that you would have a cockpit in. You'd have a bridge.
Yeah, no, you'd have a bridge, but like, you know what I mean. Same word, same, different word, same fucking thing.
Capital ships.
Yeah.
Forward observation post.
Yeah, but like, you know, that's where a fucking windshield would be. I mean, they do it in Star Wars all the time. The Corvettes, their helm is right at the front.
Yeah, but a Corvette in Star Wars is like maybe 170 meters.
A Corvette can take down a fucking Star Destroyer.
No. That happens in one movie, and that ship was already engaged by capital ships. Come on.
No, it took down 2 ships.
Yes.
2 ships, 1 go. Hammerhead Corvette. You're just salty because you know it's cool.
I like the Hammerhead Corvette. I think it's a cool look. I think it's a nice callback to something like Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah. Than just having a ship built for ramming.
Well, it's definitely not built for ramming.
That's literally what it's designed for.
No, it's not.
Okay.
You pull up that Wikipedia article right now.
Hammerhead
Corvette.
Something I can't pronounce class Hammerhead Corvette.
Sferna, I think.
Yeah, just known as the. All right.
Go find some facts that support your.
It was inspired by Old Republic era stuff, you know.
Yeah, like the Thranta,
centuries before the Imperials.
Thranta class cruiser or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a sci-fi nerd. You're a sci-fi nerd.
Class 3 hyperdrive.
That means it's slow. Well, I mean,
comparatively to bigger stuff, but for that size, Class 3's not bad. They had a secondary one as well, Class 15 though, for emergencies, I think.
Yeah, that's the hey, we're gonna limp along and make it to wherever we're going, but we're not gonna get there fast.
Well, medium range sensor package, not bad.
Are you just spouting words now?
No, I'm literally fucking reading what it's got. 900 kilometers per hour for the sublight engines.
All right.
Armor and defense. Here we go.
If it was designed as a tug, you could get away with saying, oh, hey, it's designed for ramming. But it's not designed as a tug. It's designed as a Corvette.
Why the fuck is the fucking Hammerhead part of it armored to high fucking hell?
Because it's the profile of the ship. You're not supposed to shoot the stuff behind it. That's why the stuff in front of it is so armored.
Roll. In civilian capacity, Hammerhead Corvettes were utilized by shipping companies for the transportation of goods and personnel.
Yes.
Smugglers and pirates utilized Hammerhead Corvettes as part of their fleets. In military capacities, the Alliance deployed Hammerheads with great effectiveness against the Imperial Navy.
Okay.
The Alliance used Hammerheads as heavy attack craft, pitting itself against vessels of the same size or larger while in groups.
Okay.
Pointing itself towards a target, a Hammerhead kept its strongest shields between it and its opponent and remained aligned for a potential ram. They were specially used for ramming.
Really? Alright, we're going to pause on that guy for a little bit. Let's look at the fighters. Actually,
You mad?
Am I mad about it? No.
A little bit. I would assume. Just a tiny bit.
No, there's no reason to be mad about that. I apologize for that nasty noise. That is the noise of my Vortex paint mixer mixing paint.
Oh. I have no snacks anymore. Damn it. Actually, I might have some snacks.
Okay, so we're gonna grab this and we're gonna throw green paint on it.
I have a little bit of snacks.
See, this thing is just... it's all warped. It's okay, though. We'll get 3 different contrast paints on it. We'll get Militarum green, and we'll get... what else? What's the blue that we've got? Ultramarines blue.
You should find a nice leafy green.
I mean, I have, if you expand my greens into like my World War II paints or my craft paints, I have probably a dozen or so greens.
I mean, you're literally just gonna make a ship look like corn. So.
Well, that's coming. But we're gonna start. We're gonna start with Militarum green, and then do like highlighting and stuff like that.
Mm. You're gonna put effort into it. You're not just gonna slap green and say they're done, corn.
No. I'm not gonna waste my, I don't know, the like 20 cents of resin that I printed on that.
And also, it would just be funny. You agree?
I think it's gonna go well. It could be a captured ship or a ship that was hit by like some kind of transitory...
or a farmer's ship.
You know what? This is not a bad color on these ships. I wonder if I should repaint them in brown and then highlight in red again. Wait for that to come up on stream and tell me if that brown is not a bad looking color for this. So we have, this is Ultramarine blue contrast, this is Igaros Dunes contrast, and this is Militarum green contrast. You see that yet?
Mm.
Can I?
Does that brown turn darker, or?
It will eventually. Hey, it's Palmer Rip!
Hey, Palm. Hey, Arnold. Arnold Palmer. Looks more gold to me, honestly.
It's like tan-ish. We're gonna let that sit though.
Like a gold, or like you dunked it in coffee.
Yeah, definitely something like that.
Honestly, if I was gonna go with a brown, go for a darker, like leathery brown. I mean, for those, it looks, for mini, it looks pretty good. But I don't know, it's just something slightly darker. I think the leather one I just said was probably too dark, but like, in my opinion, next to the green, it looks fantastic. Next to ultramarine blue, blue is too dark.
Yeah. I am gonna, now that I'm seeing the ultramarine blue, I am gonna do either the ultramarine blue or the Proacryl blue, the transparent paint blue for the Empire ships, though. Alright, here we go. This is gonna look a little weird since it's already painted yellow, but gotta start somewhere. I actually want to start getting this stuff dry so we can start...
Is corn Hyperion?
What? Like Hyperion from the Hyperion Cantos?
I don't know. Palmer wants Hyperion. And the only Hyperion I know is...
oh, you're referring to this Hyperion. I am going to put some paint on it, but I'm kind of slow with the Babylon 5 ships. Man, that paintbrush sucks bottom. Let's get a different paintbrush.
That green reveals a lot of detail.
Well, with 3D printing, I mean, the paint, these transparent paints aren't really, they're like washes. So it's highlighting the detail that's already there.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, because of the lighting and it's yellow, like, it gets lost.
Yeah. Especially with this lighting and our camera settings and our camera, it's kind of hard to maintain. See, I think what we're going to do with the corn ship is have it be like maybe a royal, because this is the Corvette, I think, from EC3D's K-Shellick fleet. Palmer, did I answer your question about the Hyperion? Yes, we are going to put some paint on it today.
I honestly have no clue what any of these ships are from.
Well, so the Marauders are a original IP inspired by Games Workshop. The K-Shellick are just straight original IP. And in my mind, I kind of want to assign the Cristang to them.
You know what? I kind of feel bad for whoever designed the ship you're painting right now.
Why?
Imagine putting all that time and work and effort, and then just someone comes along like, that's corn.
I mean, I don't see that as happening because, first of all, the guy is a fun guy.
Yeah.
Evan Carruthers on Facebook and all that.
If he sees this, he'll be like, fuck, he's right. It's corn. He'd probably get a good laugh then.
I mean, look at this. There's kernels. Look on the stem, on the spine of this thing. Those look like corn kernels.
We'll just comment on this video and be like, God, he figured out my inspiration.
It's corn. It's all corn. It's all on the cob.
Ship on the cob.
Okay, so we're gonna let that sit and dry a little bit. I'm actually.
Where's Vex? You think he'd be here?
I'm going to be using mostly Citadel paints. I mean, the Hyperion doesn't have a lot to it, so really you've got, thinking about, this is in response to Palmer Rip, just said, just wondering what paints you're using for the B5 Earth Force ships. There's not a lot to this, so you're going to have engine glow, you're going to want to put on some kind of metallic, and maybe different metallics on the detail bits here, and here, and here, and then blue stripes maybe.
I have a question about the corn ship.
Yeah.
Can you, like... Where's the engine on that thing?
The engine's on the back. The engines aren't super, like, apparent on... Can you see them? So this is the corn version, and then this is the actual version. I need to wash this, because a lot of the details aren't popping on it, but it's just
I'll see in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, single engine thing on the back. Yeah, just Citadel paints like McCrag blue and definitely lead belcher.
Like
Palmer.
Oh, that looks scary that way.
What?
No, I'm just seeing like you holding the bananas. Yeah, well, okay.
The corn.
The one you painted properly reminds me of a banana now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call it the banana and the corn.
Here's the mid-size cruiser from that same faction.
Just you holding the banana and having it so the spikes are towards you seems a lot more intimidating.
It's very scary.
Yeah.
And to be honest, some of the ships is actually kind of difficult to figure out which one is
like
the front.
And back.
Some of them are obvious.
Yeah.
I think all of them are kind of obvious, but...
I mean, looking at it, Savathun's bell over there.
Savathun's
Oh,
bell.
I like that. That's like a cuttlefish.
It's a cuttlefish.
I like that.
Okay, let's see here. What are we looking for? Where is the other... That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the other small ship. It's actually just looking kind of good. Yeah. So I'm going to take the other small ship and I'm going to coat it in Agros Dunes and see how I like that.
Can I be selfish and ask for a nice long preview of the Cuttlefish ship?
The Cuttlefish ship?
Mm-hmm.
What's the Cuttlefish ship?
The one that looks like a cuttlefish.
You mean the mid-sized cruiser that was on the screen for a second?
No fucking clue what that is. I'll find out in 30 seconds when you hold it up.
Palmer Rips says, with mine, I black base, chainmail layer, cut the shinies with Administratum Gray on the Omegas and Novas. That's a good thing. I think black actually, for most of the starships, black probably will work better than anything else.
That is the Cuttlefish ship.
That is the Cuttlefish? That's the mid-size cruiser.
That is a very nice ship. Can I get the underside on that?
It's plain.
All right.
I'll leave it there. But the black is for starships and other industrial things. Black is generally a good base paint. I don't have a good black, and I'm not confident enough in the use of my airbrush.
Oh, you never flipped it over. Oops.
No, it's on screen. It'll show up.
I trust you. I trust you.
For those of you just joining us, the reason why it's a little
Ender's from the past.
Ender is looking 30 seconds in the past, so he's not seeing what's on the screen in the immediate.
I'm watching you paint with that brown right now.
Yeah. But you see the bottom of the cuttlefish?
Yeah, I see the bottom. Yeah. Are those... Who makes those, and am I able to get one from you?
Absolutely. Not only can I tell you who makes them, which is EC3D, but I am a licensed printer for EC3D. So okay, I can sell them to you.
I really like bulky things, and I also like crustacean or looking things, or like squid things. Like I like that type of stuff.
Well, their whole line. I'll throw up their. I'll throw up all of the.
Throw a link down in the comments.
Here.
Yeah. I'll throw a link down in the comments.
Okay. Let's grab a link to the cuttlefish ships. EC C3D designs. We'll put them on the My Mini Factory. I am not paid for this. I do not receive any compensation for talking about EC3D designs or OnePageRules or anyone else. I think I'm too small for all of that, for all those people.
So I'm looking at you painting your brown.
Yeah.
Compared to like the one you already did with the very popping red.
Yeah.
I like the brown base if you plan on doing a red, but I feel like that red will be also too shiny. Because you go from like okay, so like the way I'm looking at it right now, you have the left painted with the red and then the right painted with the brown, right? Yeah. If you add red to you go from factory new to old and worn, right?
Yeah.
I think you need like a duller red. If that makes sense. I don't know. This is just me throwing out my 2 cents that
Do
I
I
know
have a
nothing
duller
about the
red?
topic.
Well, I'll tell you this. If we wash it in a black wash, which we definitely should do, you'll see a big difference.
Okay. I trust you. I honestly do not listen to me if you do not want to.
Hey man,
I mean, my biggest contribution to this stream has been corn. I don't think I have any right to talk about anything that you paint.
You know what? I'm not very broken up about it. So
I know. I just don't want to be like that guy. Like, oh, you should paint it this way, this way, this way. Here's my 2 cents. Do with it what you will. Because I know shit happens like that, and I try to be like the opposite.
Well,
like
I'm not.
This one person I do commissions from, right? I buy their art a lot. I try and like pay them a lot. Like I try and like they try to pay. They say like, okay, here's $50. I'm like, can I pay you $70?
I have noticed. Have a great day, Palmer. Thank you for tuning in. I've noticed that people. By the way, that's my mini factory isn't working right now, so I'm just gonna drop the link to.
Just drop it to me in Discord later.
To their Kickstarter where you could do a late pledge, or if you when my mini factory is working, yeah, you can buy just that one fleet for less money than the whole Kickstarter.
Ooh, they got like space leviathans.
Yeah, I've printed a ton of stuff from them.
Thing.
So we're gonna let that dry a little bit.
Ooh.
Let's grab. Oh, hey, it's my wife. Hello, wife.
Hi, Miss Pulsifier.
Hello.
I'm the annoying one who he keeps around for comedic effect.
Also true.
You don't even argue.
Well, so you had multiple statements in there, so I could say something for either of them. All right.
Come on, Dad.
Man, I need to make more wash. I don't buy the Citadel washes anymore. I make my own, and I am running really low. So I'm gonna paint some wash onto the red ship, and that should desaturate it quite a bit.
Because I don't know what like you're going for. Are you going for like war, or are you going for like factory new?
Well,
Because that is a beautiful red for factory.
It's if you look at a lot of starships that aren't like from Star Trek, the grime is kind of is a thing.
Nothing's factory new. Not even like the newest ones in Star Wars were factory new.
Well, I mean, you look at the Solo Millennium Falcon
Jeremy
before Han
says
gets a hot of it.
MMF is working.
Jeremy,
He
if
doesn't
you
like it.
if it's working for you, if you want to post a link to the EC3D design page,
Hey,
you're
post.
welcome to do that.
Maybe it just doesn't like you.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah, I mean,
asking.
you never know.
I'm asking a lot of the computer today.
Yeah, you are. Maybe it's just like, no, I need a fucking break. Find it yourself.
It's interesting that the laptop wouldn't even handle OBS. Like, it chugged super hard.
Isn't OBS like high end though?
I guess.
And
I don't know.
laptops aren't the best. Maybe you need like.
Well, this laptop is a 8th generation Intel processor.
How
It's
old
got
is it?
16
How
gigs
old
of
is it,
RAM.
though? How old? How old?
If it's got 8th generation, that means we're on 12th generation right now, so it's at least 4 years old.
All right, and how much RAM?
16 gigs. It's integrated graphics, though. All right.
They just don't build laptops to do shit like this. They don't.
They do. They're expensive.
And you probably don't have one. I'm
No.
talking about your average laptop.
I put a lot of money in my desktops. Okay, so we're going to talk about the EC3D Kashelic lineup. That's not actually a Corvette now that I'm looking at it. That is a frigate. The corn ship is a frigate. Okay, so we have the Corvette, and we also have a transport. And now that these are done painting, you'll see more of these when we actually shoot a video for these. We have a frigate. We have a destroyer. Actually, do I have a better painted destroyer somewhere around here? Here we go.
I'm
Here's
looking
a,
at that like washed red from
Yeah.
the top view right now at the bottom of the screen.
and it's
That
exactly
is-
yeah, right. It's exactly what you were looking for.
You put that on there. That would look really good.
Okay.
What are you planning to do with the wings on that ship?
I don't know yet. I think I'm gonna paint them. So it's got notches in it. So I think I'm gonna paint the outsides or the raised portions red, and then the sunken portions.
Yeah, definitely some red on the wings. That would oh, dude, like just from a top-down view, having it mostly red, that looks amazing.
Here's a Kashelic carrier, and then we have the Kashelic battleship.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
So they're
I'm
very
gonna-
pointy.
I'm gonna give them all dumb names. We have corn. We have drumstick.
We got corn.
We have
Where's drumstick?
cuttlefish.
Drumstick.
Yeah.
Yep, drumstick. Cuttlefish.
We have banana.
Which
We
one's
have
banana?
the yellow one that's corn.
The yellow one.
Oh, that one you just put down is sexy. The darker yellow one, the muted.
Yeah, this one. So this was. I painted several of these because they scratched that itch for like a Protoss carrier,
That
and
was just I like that more than the bright yellow, like the muted orange. Like
well, this is that same yellow but washed all over with. So we primed it. We primed it white or gray. We painted it yellow. Then I washed it all over with Reikland Flesh Shade, and then painted on top of it. And I kind of decided that was, I think, exactly what I wanted out of that.
that looks amazing.
All right, I got some other ships. If I can reach them. I've got starships coming out of the wazoo, and no, that's not comfortable.
I mean, some of them might be going in, but
Things should not come out of your wazoo. In
Yeah,
other words. All right, so
depending on the orientation of the corn one, you might be okay.
there's a mean-looking ship. Here's a different version of the carrier, and here's yet a different version of the carrier. Here's this Battlestar looking ship. I totally forgot about this ship. I think I need to print a few more of those. You guys seeing that?
Those ships turned out real good, the ones you're placing down right now.
Yeah. I mean, I put a lot of work into them. These ships were what inspired me to kind of double down on the, I say a lot, and I apologize. Double down on the, and the Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
The Juggernaut's on the screen right now.
Is it the umbrella?
2022 for me is about painting. I'm putting a ton of effort into making sure that the stuff that I keep for my own personal gain or my own personal fleets are painted. I'm not ever gonna take painting commissions, but for my own personal stuff, I'm gonna
Is
be
Juggernaut the giant beetle you just put down?
yeah.
Oh, that's a nice one. I don't know if I would have gone with gold though.
Well, yeah, it's. I started with one specific ship, and then I went thematic through all of them to make sure that they all met that criteria.
You know what I would go with an alternate paint scheme for the Juggernaut?
Hit me.
Covenant purple.
I have. I'm trying to think of my. Here, I'm gonna.
And then the dome would be like a energy orange.
I'm gonna gain some internet points. Hold on. I'll be right back. Well, my Covenant ships that I have in the house are not painted, but I do have a Covenant capital ship. Oh no! Jeremy Hendorn just said, "Oh, the my manufacturer is down for me." That's super funny. I've spread it.
Spreading.
All right, so I do have this purple that I posted on these, and this is a very old FDM print from when I first got my printer. This is actually, I spray painted this purple but I have a matching purple. When I want to make this specific purple on this Centauri cruiser, I mix my craft red and my craft deep blue, and it comes out this purple. But yeah, could you imagine like this Covenant cruiser in purple? Because I've got a few of those in the garage. I just don't have any of them on the in the house right now.
I see the purple on screen. That's more of a Barney purple.
It is definitely more of a Barney purple.
Covenant, I think, is a bit richer and more metallic. But yeah,
I wonder if I could mix like sterling silver and the transparent purple that I have. I'd be willing to do that.
You'd be willing to try?
Yeah. Okay,
Quote
so
my DM last night. You can certainly try.
do you want brass or do you want kind of red gold for your the little filigree on your corn chips?
Brass, and here's why.
Talk to me.
Instead of a red gold, brass would work more like the frickin' hairs that come from corn.
Perfect. All right.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I got that right in my mind. Okay. So, we got the brass.
This is full-on farmer's market battalion.
The farmer's market. Hey, I mean, look, ships or troops move on their stomachs, man. So,
yeah. This is the Farm World supply ship.
we had a old basically we were role playing when we were kids, but we each designed races for this kind of role playing game that we were playing with my brother and our neighbor that we grew up with, Justin, and my kingdom or my empire had Twinkie producing trees on an agricultural planet. And I think that when I think of like an agricultural ship or something like that, my brain goes to that.
Twinkie trees.
Twinkie trees.
Twinkie
You know, I was a fat kid growing up. And my
do
brother.
not think I'm going to let Twinkie trees. I am now going to be able to like tell Vex and Zed like, hey, Twinkie tree.
Well, I mean, Zed's screen name in the games that he plays directly harkens to that race that he created. Like
Zedril?
Yeah. And if you look at the name, like the actual URL name of my channel, Kazin14, that Kazin was the first name of the ruler of my people, and like the name of the empire was the Kazanites. So we have these vestiges left over from this once upon a time thing that we all did for fun when we were kids in Oregon. Okay, you should have some of this on your screen right now. Is that bronze kind of working with you? I think it's probably hard to see, but
Yeah, it's like a golden like hair thing.
Okay, here we go. It's corn. It's delicious corn. Delicious corn ship. Oh, that was way too messy. Well, own it. My dog has decided to bark outside. trying to get as much of this on here as we can because I'm ending at 5 p.m. Central Time, which is in about 6 minutes. Jeremy Herndon said, I did my Covenant Silver, then put dark purple ink on top. It gives the metallic sheen to them. Yes, inks are an excellent game changer. And the thing about inks, especially if you've watched like the Goobertown Hobbies talk about inks versus paints, inks are more pure. If you want better saturation or better representation of the color that you have on your palette, inks are the way to go. But you do need to start with a base coat, and that silver and then having purple ink on top of it sounds like it would be fabulous. Ender, am I going to have to send this ship to you?
Why?
It's kind of...
Well, I zoned out.
Am I going to have to send this corn ship to you?
No. Mostly because I don't want to have to pay for shipping.
Oh, I mean, shipping... I'll pay for shipping. Shipping on this is going to be like $3 or $4. It's small. It's very light. It's going to be basically the minimum charge that...
if you do end up sending it, send it as a gift package, because I actually do plan on ordering from you at some point.
Okay, I can do that.
Because cuttlefish. And I'll try and paint one myself. Who knows?
Yes, sir. Okay, so we're going to wash the little details in Reikland Flesh Shade and try not to get that on any of our paint that's drying, and then we will call that a stream. Where on earth is my Army Painter Regiment brush? Army Painter Regiment brush. Is it underneath this paper towel? Yes, it is. Alright, so to finish off the corn ship, we are going to do some Reikland Flesh Shade. Jeremy says he also grew up in Eastern Oregon. Jeremy, we grew up in a small town in Oregon called Boring. So we definitely grew up in that small town life. It was rural, but I don't know if it would be as rural as somewhere in Eastern Oregon, like Bend or something like that. All right. Get in here. And we'll just put that on. Yeah, that'll work. Get it in there. See if we can get that. Yep, that looks good. What are we looking at on time? 4:58 Central Time.
Yeah.
Oh, you're from Christmas Valley, Jeremy? We've been there a few times.
That seems like an unfortunate place. I'm pretty sure it's great to live there, at least at some point in the year. But I feel like
it's not cold there. Well, I suppose
it's
just like Oregon, Eastern Oregon is desert,
I'm just saying,
high desert. So
Christmas Valley. I'm pretty sure it's great to live there at least twice a year. Christmas in July, and then the winter holidays.
Yeah.
That or it's absolutely horrible if you don't like Christmas, because maybe the town goes way too much on Christmas. Maybe it's like huge Christmas fanatics.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
all right, I'm going to actually put up just a little bit more right there, right there, right there. Okay. Well, so we took a look at some of the OnePageRules Marauders, and we're going to revisit them more, because I really want to see if we can figure out this paint scheme between this brown and this, like, I do agree with Ender, our voice friend, that maybe a factory new ship is kind of the way to go. But
it's either or. It's really either or.
I do like this brown, and then we should revisit this brown with this red and see if it pops that much.
I mean, you have a set of each, don't you?
Yeah, I printed 2 sets
So why
of
don't you
these
do a set of factory and a set of worn?
I could do that.
You could totally do that.
We also did the much
All-time
promised
must fleet.
corn ship. We'll send this out to Ender for being a loyal viewer and a companion and a good person to draw the conversation.
He's trying to find a way to say idiot who's entertaining and is here for views.
That guy. Upcoming,
He won't say it, so I will.
we have more Marauder ships. We have the Orion Republic ships from BW Reynolds. We have the Italian Moose cruisers. We have some ships
Italian
from...
Moose?
Yes, Italian Moose is a designer. We
Oh,
have
okay. I thought that was the ship name.
some of the ships from Destiny, like this Fallen Ketch. We have more one-page rule ships from the Empire and the Xenos. We have lots of stuff coming. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see what we've got coming up, feel free to subscribe. Like the video if you liked it, if you found it entertaining. Give us a comment if you didn't, so we can figure out what we can change to best suit you in particular. And